We go into the lower bracket semifinal. This is our fight for survival in Group B of the TP Cup. 1-0 and focus as expected in the winners final. And this is the question, who's advancing into the second round to meet the loser of theirs. So the winner of this match will face the loser of the winner bracket final to determine the second player going into the playoffs to meet Chemico and Colorful. And of course tomorrow and Sunday we have the remaining matches of the group stage as well. So we have ourselves a human versus night elf this time. 15 Sway switching again. Not an all-out night elf, pretty much like Johnny Cage, but the other way around. He's capable of playing two races, human and night elf. Usually he plays night elf. Well, Johnny Cage is obviously mostly playing human, but if the matchup requires it, he can go for the human race, and he doesn't want to play a mirror match. Sini is very good in mirror. So switching here might be good. I wonder how much he practiced with human recently. And so far, it's a standard build. This matchup revolves a lot about the late game recently. We've seen some cool tower pushes here. Who was it? It was against Lawliot. Was it Chemico? Where Chemico was, or the human was pushing through this area here to kill the Night Elf expansion. I wonder if 15 Sway has that in his playbook. We have a keeper once again, and I hope this game is going a little better for Sini than the one against... No game sound? You're right. You're absolutely right. Fixed. It's going a little better for both of them. They were a little outclassed, but they shouldn't be ashamed. Like, focus in 1-0. They're both on the very, very tippy top of the scene currently. So losing a match there, I guess both expected this and knew that they had a rough time and have to face the lower bracket. 15 Sway is trying to harass here. Archmage is rushing over. He did creep his own, but he was rushing over so quickly that he doesn't even have the lumber. And he didn't pick up the item. But Sini is able to clean this out. Close to level 2. Mr. Hulk 16, Hulk Smash, 10-month resub, thank you very much.
A player's forces are under attack.
So we have the typical keeper harass. Oh, he's blocking the treants with the scout tower that he needs anyway, so it's not even a waste of resources to save this peasant. What a sweet play by 15 Sway. But there's more pressure coming. 15 Sway is dealing with the treants really well. There's no big denies. He would love to have a reveal, as the archers are all hidden in the shadows and safe in the shadows. More treants coming in, but I don't think he can cancel this tower anymore. He is expanding during this harass, so that's good. Archmage hits hard. Oh, he needs repair. At least a little bit. 15 Sway is losing a little bit. Another save, man. This is so nice. But the archer is here to get the last hit. Both players are playing very nicely around each other. Some cool moments in this game. Oh, another keeper might be trapped. He could have blocked him with something like a farm or so. But in the end, there would have been a town portal anyway, so he's not wasting any resources. Another peasant goes down. There is 3 remaining. Plus the tower is already up. That's fine. I mean, it wasn't without losses or anything. It wasn't a super clean expansion. But the expo is up. The tower is up. You should be safe now. Close to level 3 Archmage now. Tech is of course late. Oh, the Hunter's Hall. Is that by design?
A player's forces are under
Feels
attack.
late. Might not be late. What's 15 Sway's main race? He's a main Night Elf, but he can switch to human. So there's a lot of archers, so this slightly delayed Huntress Hall might be by design. And now we got level 3. This is the Peasant Farming Simulator, the Footman Farming Simulator, whatever you want to call it. Probably the strongest spell at this stage of the game. Entangle level 2. Do we have defend? No, not at all. Interesting, this entangle will be cancelled, but there's so many archers. Wouldn't be too surprised to see another kill. Yeah, definitely one more kill, as there is another entangle. Good save again. That entangle can be seen on the left-hand side when he's chasing the Archmage away with the arrest. But 15 Sway is happy with this. He can lose a couple of units, that's totally expected. As long as he gets his tier 2 tech up, as long as he gets his tech buildings up. And then get up to 70 supply and push. Carson yesterday called the new way of playing human versus Night Elf the Noah's Ark push. With 2 units of each. 2 priests, 2 sorks, 2 rifles, 2 mortars, 2 breakers, and push. Oh, big focus fire here. That is a TP. Oh, he's buying more time, and that is another cancel, the second one. Yesterday, we've seen a lot of Tree of Life cancels. This is, of course, not as bad. It doesn't cost anything but time. But this matchup is a lot about time. The more time you give the human, the stronger he becomes, just as in the matchup versus Undead. Playing human is just suffering. It's a tough lifestyle by choice. Panda second, interesting. Archmage doesn't have a town pole anymore, just a potion. But he prevents leveling on Sini's Panda, so guess that's fine. He's not even losing too many footmen. Even with, okay, now he has defend, but that was kinda late. And tier 2 is ready, of course, as we see the second hero. Panda works well against everything that isn't magic immune. So if Sini decides to go for Mass Dryads, then of course it's a little bit of an issue, but as we have the tier 3 tech up, it's gonna be bears, and Panda's decent against bears.
A player's forces are
Playing
under
is
attack.
suffering, human life is suffer. That is true. Second Sanctum now. It feels like the production buildings are a little late. No workshop yet, for example. And another creep jack, but one of the wind. For 15 Sway, who goes into this as the favorite, I would think. Another last hit for him. Ooh, is that the time to fight though? Still mana for Entangle. The footmen were not healed up. He's trying to prevent the town pole, but there's no catch, no lockdown.
A player's
So it's
forces
just to
are
cover
under
the
attack.
retreat. Fascinating how they negate each other. Like, no one gives the other time to creep up their second hero, knowing how strong the panda can be. Both are happy with their first heroes on level 3. So for both, it's just raising an army. Breakers coming, rifles coming, priests coming. Plus a berserker. Damage gonna be good. Tier 3 tech only now. We have one good orb carry. This will be the keeper, of course. Who has decent damage, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I see 15 Sway in the lead. The bear push is still very strong. Sini decided to not break into upkeep earlier, which he didn't need, so he's saving some resources at least. Should be a little ahead. But oh man, 15 Sway is getting super ready. Long rifles, attack upgrades. Brilliant Sword is of course working all the time. He's getting a little catch into this army now. If he's not losing that sword, that's a big pickup actually. But he can't go through with the kill. No Nature's Blessing. Mortar teams are coming. It's just a little bit more time that 15 Sway needs. Both are roaming a little with their first heroes to give extra space to their second hero while going for a little shopping trip. Panda has a heal scroll. I like that. Oh, but here it comes. Oh, did he send with A-click? That might be a little mistake. But maybe it was on purpose. Okay, this push is powerful. Even before 70. Maybe that's 10-20 seconds that Sini didn't expect. He went for another camp to creep the panda close to level 3, but still needs one more. Roar was casted, bears in front only now, not the perfect position. Instant repair on the tree, that's nice. Only one mortar team, not too many dryads, so potential is limited. Bear surrounded by all the workers, lots of trees everywhere now. Double level up for 15 Sway. The disposable units are falling quite quickly, but on Sini's side also, where are the bears? He needs them in the fight. It's of course super hard, there's a lot of magic damage. There's the feedback damage of Spellbreakers. And the longer the fight goes, the better it is for the human. Now it turns nighttime, but I'm kinda sure that Moon Juice is empty already. Panda kinda stuck, has the big invul. The good thing for Sini is, I guess, that there's not much pressure on the tree itself, but that can change in no time. One more sword till Noah's Ark. It's going heavier on breakers. So Noah counted wrong, I guess. Feels like Sini is running out of steam here. At least a little bit. Oh, the detonates were good. But the bears, man, you can't just hold on to the bears. The shop is finished. The workers did their job before falling. Look at this graveyard here. Absolute slaughter. And that gives 15 Sway the time to knock down not only the expansion, but also all the wisp with the next Breath of Fire. That was huge experience. Seal Warp, thank you for the 13-month resub. Thank you for the excellent content, Neo. Over a year of distracting me while I'm meant to be working at home.
Town is under siege.
Thank you very much, mate. Much appreciated. Thank you for your trust and support for a long time. Yeah, interesting to see a panda on 15 Sway's side and not like a Blood Mage or Mountain King or something. Serious deforestation here, by the way.
A player's force.
But yeah, that's the last chance for Sini to get anything done here, but it's a 20 supply lead for the human. He barely lost anything of big value. Like nothing he can't replace in no time. Of course, you expect to lose some units. You rebuild them. The mortar team focus fire is good. The bears are suffering hard, and that is yet another relatively one-sided thing for the human. 15 Sway shows that not only is he a good night elf, but he's also a pretty excellent human player. There weren't too many mistakes, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Was just a very, very solid play. taking the fights that you want to do. Delaying the Night Elf expansion twice was a big deal. That was a pretty big deal. We go on to Last Refuge. Anybody in for for some Beastmaster? I certainly am. You hear my roommate talking, by the way? I think he has a meeting. Which is slightly annoying. Lieutenant Frank Draben. Feels like I haven't seen you in a while, but I might be wrong with that. 19-month resub. Let's go, Neo. Maybe I just missed your subs and it was all during other streams. But I know the Lieutenant has been with us for quite a long time too, so thank you, thank you, thank you. Mr. Holt can't hear him? Good. Then the audio filters are working fine. Still lurking around. Thank you for your participation, mate. Xenia Versetti gifting a sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Raise that sub counter. Get rid of these amateur numbers. As we load into map 2, Sini facing elimination. Pretty rough on Autumn Leaves. Also continuing the sub. Thank you, Xenia. So, how good is Sini with the Beastmaster? I think he's pretty excellent. So I wonder if 15 Sway has some tricks up his sleeve. Like maybe a Panda first? That is becoming more and more of a thing. I haven't seen this Panda first thing work too well, to be honest. But okay. Looks like a normal Archmage opening. On the other side, we're missing an altar. So Beastmaster is probably... Could still go for a Panda first, but I guess this day and age the Asians are not too experimental. They rather perfect one style than, you know, play a lot of cheese. They don't deal with cheese too well, as we all know. Stereotype. Archmage it is. And I expect nothing else but a Beastmaster. Sini was pretty good with that Beastmaster. Played Talons for a long time. So he definitely knows how to handle his Misha. And then the question on the other side is, mercenary camp opening. Will this be interrupted with the Wisp? I think this Wisps might indicate it. Or is he going straight to the expansion? What will be harassed? We have 30 seconds until the second hero spawns. The Tavern hero spawns.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, Beastmaster first is very, very powerful. You can creep this camp early on, then you can go for your own expansion, and then you can go for a super powerful harass. as you fuel the Beastmaster with Moonwells and you have your summons all the time. Cheese, Rush's Word, Focus versus Lin. I wouldn't consider this cheese. Like, Farseer, Firelord, Tower Push is not unheard of. Wow, he's skipping the Merc camp. It is a Beastmaster, by the way. He's skipping the Merc camp in favor of a faster expansion. Wonder how he plays it. Like, he could go into Murloc camp and then expansion, but it's a little rough. Like, if you're getting creep check at the Merc camp, hard to hold. On the other side, Mercenary camp open. First Shadow Priest here for this spell against Water Elementals. Wait. He's aggressive? That's interesting. There's also no expansion. What is this game? Sini playing a Beastmaster into tech, no Expo. And 15 Sway plays a no Mercenary camp Expo. Like, Engine of War is pretty low. Even if he falls here, though, he can still go for Mercs. And this didn't do anything. No experience. Didn't, like, guess he got a Whisper too. Not a fan, to be honest. Ah, the Footman got the Berserker. That's nice.
Forces are under attack.
Berserker pretty sick, actually. Of course, he gives a lot of experience. Doesn't attack too fast. But he hits as hard as like a 3-0 upgraded Rifleman. But yeah, super expensive. And gives a lot of HP. Expo up, Tower up.
A player's forces are under attack.
Why do you pronounce him 15 Sway? Because that's the Chinese pronunciation with the English number.
A player's forces are under attack.
No last hit battle. Goes to the Archmage. Really interesting how he skips the Merc camp. So now he has no Dispel against the Beastmaster summons. And the creeps are lured into this, so Poison Spread and Snares Flying. Maybe some free experience for Sini. Yep, looking good. Archmage not level 3 on this map is kinda unheard of. And Sini, is he just going for a super strong Archer push with a Naga? I think so. Yeah, let's go. Oh man. How do you hold this? Defend is at 50%. Footmen are already hurt. This is no level 2 Water Elementals. I can stop this a bit with Militia. But that's about it. Archers are of course fragile. Maybe Sini is missing the moment here. Shop is up, defense is up. Very, very, very dedicated push.
A player's forces are under attack.
How long can defend hold this? Lots of Quill Beasts. 3 Quill Beasts. Might be an issue to not go Bash Bear versus the defense. Okay, but the Dispels are good. Focus Fire against Water Elementals is good. And 15 Sway. Yeah, I guess he's just buying more time. Neo pronounces 15 sway with a heavy accent. So what's the right way?
A player's forces are under attack.
Like, I'm always willing to learn, just someone has to tell me. I know this kid for like 3 years and nobody told me I say it wrong. Footman's suffering continues, and that's the problem, that he never opened up that mercenary camp, right? So he could go for a Mauler, could go for a Berserker,
Players' forces are under attack.
for a Shadow Priest. Like, the lack of the spell is kind of disheartening, to be honest, but he reaches tier 2, goes for the Panda. Breath of Fire was already there. As he's a little distracted with his Archer here, not part of the defense. Sini getting a little impatient, diving for this Archmage. And can he hold it? Can he close this? Yes! Oh no, don't tell me he's killing that Beastmaster. You're forcing the town portal. If he has to abandon this push, I think that's kinda game. Potions are available. Oh man, he has to. Oh, that's bad. The Panda came to the rescue, and now what? He's transitioning to tier 3.
A player's forces are under attack.
CORSAIR. Sue is closer to how you pronounce the name Sue. The name Sue. And the I is basically E. But it's difficult to put it together correctly without turning it into sway. Okay. So. Sue? Sui? Sui? 15 Sui? Ay, 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 ay. Flute is excellent for berserkers, rifles, casters, water elementals. Try hero push with an alchemist? Let's go all tavern, boys. Lockdown is over. Let's get them out of there. 4 heal spray against the Breath of Fire. Interesting. Needs it immediately. It is a very weak push. It's so much piercing damage against Defend Footman. Like, Sui can just go for Defend Footman. Not straight E, but 15 Sue. Yeah, it sounds horseshit though. Maybe we stick with Sway. Or, I don't know. Whatever. This game is done. Excellent hold. Like, diving with the Beastmaster to kill the Archmage was a mistake. Even though the tier 3 was almost done and stuff. Supply, yeah, it's getting better and better and better and better for the 15er. I broke Neo, sorry guys. The pronunciation is becoming more cursed by the minute. I made it worse.
Players' forces are under attack.
Revert this way. Yeah, I think that's better. Items aren't bad still, but levels are pretty poor. Beastmaster falls off in the late game. Naga falls off in the late game. An Archmage and Panda absolutely don't. Oh my. Ancient Django and Flute. Gimme that. The dream. So what can possibly save Sini from being eliminated here?
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, I'll check out Google Translate a bit. How come Naga falls off? You don't really use the orb anymore because you replace it with the orb of Venom. Fork Lightning does good damage per target, but it barely has any targets, like only 3. It's a good damage dealer, like, doesn't need much mana. The ultimate is not that good though. It's basically an improved archer, I guess, with AoE. The AoE isn't too great because breakers are magic immune, and you just need more like a panda with a higher target limit. This is probably the push that decides it all. Looks like another 2-0 in the TP Cup. Even a Blizzard transition for more AoE. The Song of Ice and Fire, everybody. As Sini is falling apart. I had high expectations since he was impressing me so much at DreamHack, but if we're honest, very one-sided affair. Very questionable, in my opinion, to go for Quilby's 2. Like, that's the whole purpose of the bear, right? That there's no piercing damage and it doesn't get hard counted by defend. I mean, yeah, it is. It's kind of good if there's no defense. But there was. Creeping that Murloc camp in front of the expansion gave 15 Sway so much time. So much time for the shop, for defend, starting the tech, etc, etc, etc. Little unfortunate for Sini. I really like the kid, but not his day. So 15 Sway in the lower bracket final. His opponent will either be 1-0 or Focus, as they will be playing out the winner bracket final, and the loser of the winner bracket final goes into the lower bracket final, and then we decide who's going into the playoffs. You know that. We use Google Translate now. Translate.google.com. Type in Sway Chinese.
Sway.
That's exactly how I say it.
Sway.
That is absolutely the way.
Sway. Sway.
Sway.
Sway.
I think I'm right. You guys are wrong. Google has spoken. And we go into a little break, and then we have the banger match of Focus vs 1-0.